Let's take a look at this. What do we have first up? This Mortal Kombat 10.
Mortal Kombat X, the new Cage family trailer that came out, what was it, last week, a week or two ago?
Let's check this out here. Here it is, as a matter of fact. So Mortal Kombat. It's crazy to think that it's been that long, because I can remember the original one and then Mortal Kombat 2 in the arcade. That was nuts. And now we're on this one.
We're all the way up to Mortal Kombat X.
Statues and shit. Who's that?
The Cage family.
Uh-oh.
Putting out some nice combos there. Looks like some pretty
Sub-Zero's
fluid
face
combat.
just got caved in. Johnny Cage. Blah, blah, blah.
Sonya Blade is in it.
Story component.
Johnny Cage's daughter. All the greats.
You know, yeah, these things, they introduced that in the last one, right? Where it you do something crazy and it zooms in and shows X-rays and shit.
Yeah, I think
really?
I do.
Yeah, there's that thing you were talking about. Just shoots him right in the head.
Just shoots her in the face.
You didn't mention it was 2 guns though. You said you just shoots him. That was 2.
I mean, as if one was enough,
shit like that.
Here's Johnny.
That's messed up. All right.
It's a cool trailer. I think the first exposure that we had to Mortal Kombat X was at E3, where Warner Brothers, I think it's Warner Brothers publishing the game. They showed that trailer incessantly the entire time we were there. That first MK10 trailer.
That was where they were showing The Witcher. They were showing that game. I think they were showing Batman as well. They were just kept playing it over and over again.
I think that, no exaggeration, during the course of 3 days, we probably saw that trailer 500 times.
Probably.
It's a good trailer, but we saw that quite a few times. But yeah, what do you guys think of it? I know we haven't really discussed it on the show, but I do like Mortal Kombat. So what do you guys think about Mortal Kombat 10? Is this going to be a resurgence for the series, or
possibly
what's going to happen here?
The crazy one I saw that blew up on Gaff, where people were like, "Oh man, I don't know, this is a little bit too much," because it seems like with the fatalities, they're
just so over. They're so over.
That was on
top.
the original. That was such a big deal. It was back in the day, it's you need the Genesis version to get the blood code, and then the SNES didn't have it. But that was the amount of blood and gore and stuff. There weren't many other games that had that. And now this thing on Gaff, there's one where I forget which character does this, but it's they do a fatality and they pull the other character's entrails out of their mouth and stuff, and then does some kind of magic attack and compresses them, and it's just this really intense shit. And it's oh man, everyone on Gaff is they've gone too far. There's too much
I think what you might be describing is I read that they're bringing back brutalities from Ultimate MK3. So you may have watched a brutality.
That must have been it, yeah.
Which I mean, I'm all for. Ultimate MK3 is my favorite. It's actually my MK3 and Ultimate MK3 are my favorite in the series. I actually just downloaded the PlayStation Network just had a flash sale, and you could download all the original Mortal Kombats for $1 last week. So I actually just bought that so I could start replaying MK 1, 2, and 3 again. So I've been playing that a lot recently, and it's kind of made me excited about the new game. But yeah, I mean, I'm all for them bringing back some things from Ultimate Mortal Kombat. It's a very key title in the series, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nick, you're the youngster. Do you remember? Chris and I are a little bit older, so we were. I think I was probably 6 or 7 when the first Mortal Kombat came out. But I remember seeing that commercial and the Mortal Kombat, the guy in the middle of the street.
I remember
I remember the mania.
I remember Jeff playing it. I remember when the movie came out in '95.
Yes, I do remember the movie.
I have when all that Mortal Kombat drama started, I was what 3 or 4, so
right.
Don't really remember too much, but little things here and there.
I mean, I think all you really missed was Jack Thompson saying that Mortal Kombat and Doom were responsible for any sort of violence that was going on in America, which is and Night Trap, which is I mean, it's ludicrous. I mean, Mortal Kombat 1 was, I mean, if you play it now, I'm
sure it's completely tame.
It's pretty tame. I mean, I played just downloading the pack or whatever. I played it and did some fatalities, and I was I just did the typical Scorpion, rip the guy's head off, and I was okay. I'm this is pretty. It's pretty pedestrian compared to some of the stuff that we played Otherwise, like any sort of new Hotline Miami 2, for example.
I know. I was just going to say that. I know we're going to get to that in a little bit. I mean, but Hotline Miami 2 or just Hotline Miami, a series in general, looks very like an old style game. So can you imagine the backlash that game would have gotten if it came out in like 1993, 1994?
Oh, it'd be it never would have been released.
I know, but I'm saying,
I'm surprised
that game is violent even by today's standards, and it's just I can't even imagine what it'd be like 20 plus years ago.
Moving on to another subject about Mortal Kombat X, are you guys this is something I actually am excited about. Not excited about Predator being the game. I do like Predator, but as a playable character in a fighting game, not really excited. But Jason Voorhees being a playable character in Mortal Kombat X.
Yeah.
I think that's awesome. What do you guys think about being able to chop somebody's head off with a machete?
Oh, of course. Every time you get to play as Jason Voorhees, why not?
What else? Anything else about the game? It comes out next month on basically every platform. What do you guys? Are we going to be playing this? Is this something? Can I expect to be destroying you guys at this game?
Well, for possibly a week. My thing is, I've never really been that big on fighters, but when a new one comes out. When a new one comes out, I'll play it for a little bit, and then I get my ass kicked too much, and I'm like, okay, this isn't fun anymore.
This game.
Isn't fun anymore. I don't know. The most I played Mortal Kombat 2 back in the day and tried to move up the single player with Baraka, but aside from that, it's like everybody.
I'd play them here and there with other people, but I would never really sit there and try to unlock characters or whatever. Right. I was just very very casual.
The thing that's different about Mortal Kombat, though, that's different about say a game like Mark of the Wolves or like Street Fighter. For me, I remember playing it back in the day with Tony Robinson and all those guys. We would just play the games to do the fatalities. I want to pick up this new game just because of all the hype with the characters and all the new fatalities, and the fact that the game does look like a return to form in terms of its being absolutely brutal. So I want to pick the game up just to see these next generation fatalities, which it's a little bit different than a typical fighting game, I think, in that respect.
Yeah, like I was saying before, I would get my ass kicked all the time, and I was never really good at them, especially when I was younger. Jeff would call me into the room, be like, "Here, you play a second player," and I was just a punching bag. All I was there for was just for him to try out new moves and just do fatalities.
He was the bully.
Yeah,
and just make you feel awful about yourself. And
I know.
Now we're left with this quivering mass of a man.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, Mortal Kombat comes out in April. We're excited.
Yeah, should be good. We're looking forward to it. We'll check it out. We'll see how it does.